Yo, 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 yo. What is up? 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 What is going on, YouTube? It is Wednesday. It is 4:31. Sorry, I was talking to Emma. She's microwaving some pasta right now. White Gummy Bear. Rain. Fully sponsored. Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. How's everybody doing today? Ooh. Okay. That's good. Yo, that smacks. Hopefully you guys caught me and Ray on Ray's show yesterday. I went on Voice of Arm Wrestling, and we had a good little talk. We actually went over all the matches yesterday, but that was on Ray's channel, and Ray, it's a whole different channel, and so I figured we'll go over them a little bit today. And then also, as said in the title, we got a new plant. We got a new plant, and but obviously, I would never name this plant Chave. So, just thinking about ideas and names. Thinking about ideas. I'm gonna be on the lookout this whole show for new name ideas for the new plant. So you guys, we could keep it along the lines of Chave Dafy or Tycho Mod or Hod Touchings. Hod Touchings is kind of a good one. I don't know. Or we can even go European with it, right? But it's going to be hard to do that with like Kierd Gali, Younger Bayev, and things like that. I don't know how we would flip that. I can't even do that in my head. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in terms of the new plant name of plant. Emiliano, what's up? Sean, 1.4 gigahertz Mac, Linky Slinky. Sean says, I saw the Ray and Big show. Great chemistry between you two. I have fun with Ray. That's my boy. Mark KDX Rider, what's up? English professor Vitaly. Yo, Big D. Who do you think is Devon defending his 115 kg title against? 115 kg title. Is that a Rockley's? Is that the same class as a Rockley? Am I tripping? No. What is it? What is right-handed? Who else can make that? Oh, Saunders can make that. Rockley is like 105, huh? Or 95, sorry. That's like Saunders and those type of guys, right? So who's a monster at that weight? Oh, Dadakian. Oh, yeah. That would be fun to see. That would be fun to see. Although I just favor Devon heavy against Dadakian. Yeah, I still think Devon outside King's move. I think he busts Dadakian's wrists over time. But I think Dadakian might be able to get like first round or something, maybe. Depending on how much he loads, how much he hits, all the things. Gabby, what? Ivan Matushenko, he could definitely make that. But if we're talking about right-handed, I don't know. Is Ivan top contender right-handed? Dadakian can flash pin Dennis. Maybe he has something for Devon. True. That would be interesting to see. I think at that weight, at 115 or anything below that he can make, I think Devon's king shit for a while, for at least another 4 or 5 years. Who? Like, if we're having this much trouble to even think of a potential challenger, much less somebody that beats Devon, much less somebody that like can run that class above Devon, I don't know. I mean, Levan hunting down, and there's really no one else in the world. So yeah, I'm not too sure. The list would be very short, though. Right? That's kind of crazy. I mean, like, so I know when people think of pound for pound, they always think of like way lighter guys, but Devon might pound for pound, yeah, be the guy. I think he probably is. Casey Jones, $2 super chat. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Says, what is more manly, flowers or hot dogs? Ooh. I'm not sure. Let's go. Hot dogs. More manly. There's just no way around that. No way around that. Thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you, my boy. Always with the hot dog questions. And KC, top super chat of the day so far. Thank you, sir. Okay, let's see. Wing Zero, what up? Thomas Miles, what's your plan to make the gains you need? Let's see. Making adjustments in my life. I'm making moves to be lightening up my schedule even more and being able to focus on arm wrestling even more. Dialing in supplementation and things of that like, and in my diet and getting that all dialed in, and then consistency in the gym. Those are probably key points for me to level up. So those are things I'm going to be focusing on and am focusing on currently. Joe Nelson said, I'm not sure yet. Yvonne only beat Camille and Arabuli. Maybe he needs more time. True. Derek Churong, what's up, Derek? Watching from work right now. What's going on? Big Derek in the house. Hey, if any of you guys are in the area, I'm looking for a couple more people for the class tonight. We got a couple openings. If you guys want to come down and hit that drill class, I think we have 2 openings right now. So let me know if you guys are interested in the area. 6:30, Grandma's house. The class is going to be sick. So, Derek, if you can make it by 6:30, let me know. Okay. So, let's get into some of the matches. I'll go over my opinion of the match, and then you guys jump in there with what you guys think about it. I won't spend too long on it because I know everybody's been talking about it nonstop. So, Georgie, Alex Cardecha. I'm just going by like the order I see it in. It won't be in the order they went down. Georgie and Alex Cardecha, super impressive by Alex. I do think Alex might be the guy, obviously besides Levan. Alex might be the guy, and if he's not the guy right now, I think he'll be the next one to be the guy. His style of arm wrestling really utilizes his height. I think he utilizes his height and arm length better than anybody overall. So Devon will fight for height and setup in the setup really hard and webbing height and knuckle height. But when the match goes, he commits to other things, right? Alex will fight for that in the setup and then fight for that throughout the entire match to gain height. And so most super heavyweights don't. Most super heavyweights will abandon that and not commit to it as much as Alex. So I think once he gets the power to hang with Levan with his style, I think he's a big nightmare for everybody on planet Earth. I'm a big believer in Alex. And it sucks that, or Georgi, I always say Georgie, Georgi. It sucks that he had his leg was in such bad condition and antibiotics and all that stuff, and he was down. I personally don't think it would have mattered, personally, but who knows? You know, I'm a big believer in Alex. I'm really excited about Alex and see what he's going to do after this. Wing Zero says, I will teleport to SoCal. Diaz, a flop press is the best way to beat Levan. I feel like top roll for top roll, most people will get destroyed. True. Diaz 730 says, is Georgi actually getting his foot amputated? I read that somewhere, but I've heard him say it, or I haven't heard like really. I don't know. I want to hear Engen say it, or Georgi, or someone that I know that would know what they're talking about. Because I'm just hearing rumors as of right now. Sean, did you see Georgi foot? I think Alex did amazing, but Georgi was not his best. True. Derek Trong says, if I do leave work straight there, I'll arrive past 7. I'll bring home cash. Next practice for tables, Captain. Thank you. The CN Tower is actually a secret rocket ship, and I'll be in SoCal soon. Okay. David Tomes just woke up. How's everyone? What's up, Tomes? Thanks for coming through. Good to see the wizard in here. Sean says, Georgi is not getting his foot amputated from what I heard. There you go. There's the answer, hopefully. Where's Big Daddy Jerry C? True. He got injured last time, right? Didn't Jerry get injured? Is he recovering? I think he's recovering. I can't remember if I'm correct or not. Hopefully Jerry's okay. But so Derek is on the Alex Cardecha hype train for sure. Have been for a while. And I agree with Devin that Alex might be the next guy to take a stab at Levan and see what's what. Patrick Murphy, what was going through your head round one when Devon stopped Levan in center and started taking his wrist? Did you expect that at all? Let's see. Round one. Match starts. Ready, go. And I'm like, this is my face. What? What is going on? What is going on? And then Levan loses his wrist. What? What is happening? Whoa! What? And then Devon fouls and he loses the round. And I'm like, that was my face. What? Because weirdest thing to me. Like I understand arm wrestling and I get why. Okay, why would Levan not hit? Levan always hits. These are things round one. These are come walk down Derek's conspiracy theory brain for a second. Levan always hits. He always hits. In round one, he would want to set the tone, right? He'd want to set the tone of you, like you're fresh, the other guy's fresh. You better go full power at him, and then hopefully, damage him and set the tone for the match. You don't know how strong he's going to be, so you got to hit him with everything you have. Okay, that's normal, right? That's average. And a top roll is the more efficient move in a super match. So if you have a top roll available, it's best to try a top rolling round one, because if it doesn't work, you take a minimal amount of damage and you can damage their hand and wrist. So that way the rest of the match is set up pretty easy. So top rolling, hitting hard, and being aggressive round one makes sense across the board. That's Levan's move. And so round one, the moment I see Levan start loading up and holding, I'm like, that right there is what? What is going on? That set off alarm number one. I'm like, that's super weird. Then I'm like, what is he doing? And I can't figure out what he's doing. Is he trying to hold Devon and embarrass him? Is he did Devon stop him? Like really center table? What? Round one when he's fresh? Like what is going on? I'm just so confused. And then he starts going sideways, and then the wrist goes, what? Round one? He didn't hit. The wrist is gone. What is happening? Then he starts flop pressing. Like, okay. So none of that makes sense to me. And so round two, right? I always talk about this on my channel. If your wrist is busted back, you're holding on for dear life and your wrist gets ripped open, right? Like when Matt Mass did that to me, right? Round one, I got out of position. I tried to hold on and he ripped my wrist open. The next day I felt it. Everything was strained. It was strained in my wrist. Whenever that happens, whenever your wrist gets ripped open against your will, it damages it. It's way weaker. I always say it's like a bottle cap. If you're holding on as tight as you can and it gets ripped open, it is damaged. Now, the only way to avoid that is to give your wrist up willingly. Then it wasn't ripped open, you let it go. And yeah, it might stretch things out a little bit, but it's not damaging your wrist as much. And then you could still feel okay in the later rounds. That would mean that Levan gave his wrist up. It wasn't taken, it gave up. It was given up. Right? Because if round 2, 3, and 4, Levan's wrist stayed flat, at least flat, if not, it was like right here. He still maintained his wrist. That means round 1, his wrist wasn't ripped open and jacked up. He gave it. So what really happened round 1? This thing, it will just blow my mind forever. Was he just trying to make it look close so people buy into a rematch round 3? Was it? Why was he not screaming as much? It was just a weird match. It was a weird match for me. A lot of questions. A lot of questions that didn't make a lot of sense. All right, chat. Let me catch up to you real quick. Dave Anderson, what's up? Atlantis, wishing speedy recovery to Georgie. I agree. Andy Beckett, hi, Derek and chat. What's going on, Andy? Patrick Murphy. That's one I just answered. Diaz says, no one actually tested Levan's arm as strong enough flop, or am I wrong? I can't think of one right now, but maybe. Jerry versus Vitali at East vs. West 13 in August. Ooh, yeah, that's going to be a good one. I don't remember Jerry getting injured. Andy Beckett says, Pradeep confirmed he won't have foot cut off. Is our confirmed? Everybody saying hello. Okay, Sean, I haven't seen Devon this broken after a match. Sad. I just talked to Devon on the phone today. He seemed in fine spirits. Also, it's Devon's birthday. Can we get a spam in the chat? Happy birthday, Devon, in case he sees this. I talked to him today. So, yeah. Cool Burn. Carlo, what up? Let's see. Igor says, I really think he didn't want to injure Devon. Diaz said, what I hated most about the match is that Devon couldn't even get a single pin, and even with the match stopping, didn't have a chance. Mark KDX Ryder just watched Devon today. Is his birthday, 49, and he is at peace with the way it is. GB19, how do you explain Devon going weaker after round 1? No, I don't think Devon got weaker. I think Levan arm wrestled entirely different, right? Round one, Levan went sideways into Devon's hand and wrist. After that, Levan started rolling out backwards and utilizing the strap better. So it was a difference of Levan. Devon stayed consistent, I think, through the match. Answer to Derek's conspiracy: Levan unsure about wrist after injury, loses in setup and doesn't hit, transitions to pop press. Yeah, but unsure about his wrist. So why would you slow pull though? That's gonna be way harder on your wrist. Like you're gonna give Devon a chance to really get in there and put more pressure on your wrist and really try to exploit it rather than just be explosive and pull backwards. I don't know, it doesn't make a ton of sense to me. GB19, I feel like Devon is coming off better than he did in the last match. Brad Butler, hey, Big D. What up, Brad? Hopefully I can listen for a bit. I hope you and the family are doing great. Emma, are you doing great? Huh? Say you're doing great.
I'm doing great.
Louder.
I'm doing great.
Emma says she's doing great. Me and the family doing great. Never stop pulling. He gave Devon 4 inches of webbing over himself. Oh, Devon definitely had the setup, and he admitted that. Takis88 says, I hope a true challenger steps up before Levan starts declining. Derek, how many years does Levan still have, you think? I mean, and before Levan loses a round? Okay, no, before Levan loses the whole super match? I think it's solid 2 years. 2 years. I think I can't see anybody within a year to 2 year and a half beating him right now. Levan strained his arm and the damage was done. Levan said he was thinking if he should give up his wrist or not. That's why he took so long. Never stopped pulling because Levan gave Devon more in the setup than any match ever in history and still held him in center. Patrick Murphy Gennady has pressed Levan. Wing Zero had birthday. There we go. Space says, Derek, you ever try to emulate Levan's style? He's so good at putting his big-ass weight behind all his moves. We're built really different. I have a lot longer arm and bigger hand and bigger frame than Levan, so it's a little bit different. Sean says, what happened in round one was Devon got insane grip in the setup in round one. Levan barely had his fingers on Devon's hand in round one, so he lost his wrist with side pressure, so Levan had to flop. So that means you're saying he lost his wrist. So how was his wrist so solid in round two? If his wrist was lost, if Devon took his wrist. Everybody's saying happy birthday to Devon. Devon seems totally fine and chill in the video. I agree. Wing Zero, Devon is 10 years older than me, 1975, 1985. Cool years to be born. Hey, we're the same age. I mean, I'm 28. Boot says, I think mentioning the King's move in this latest video says a little something about the match. Fair Strap. Hey, Derek, I suggest the name for the new plant should be Tycho Mod. Tycho Mod? What do you guys think? We're going to get into that. We're going to host. We'll take some of the top names and we'll make a poll and we'll vote on it. We'll wait till everybody gets in here. You guys were at 18 likes, 57 people in here. If we could get a like spike in the chat, I would appreciate it. And also, if you're not subscribed to the video or the channel, subscribe. Yeah, please. And thank you. Dave wants to know, is Emma's homework done? Emma, your homework done?
Yes.
She says yes. Patrick Murphy says the way Levan describes it is he thought he'd lose his hand worse if he hit. And after round one, he had confidence. He told Engen that his pronation and hand are dangerous, but he felt weaker after round one. Okay, starting to make some sense. Spacey says, I thought Devon made good points about the King's move, but maybe I'm just a shill. Diaz says the biggest bummer about it is that not even one pin and just as bad of a loss as the first time. What do you think? What do you think, Devon leaving super heavyweight? I think he has no competition at 115. Yeah, so my biggest thing about Devon, abandoning the chase for Levan. I just hope that there's still badass matches in the super heavyweight category I want to see. I really want to see him and Gennady have a rematch. Like, I hope that Devon doesn't mean that he's completely abandoning the entire super heavyweight class, but can he dabble and not chase the top spot? I don't know. But man, I really there's so many other matches I still want to see. We want to see Devon Vitali. I want to see Devon and like I said, Gennady again, Devon and Alex Hrdech. There's other guys I want to see Devon pull. Devon and Morozov. Oh, there's so many awesome matches I still want to see. So hopefully, but I get it. If he doesn't want to compete at that weight because he's just going to want to keep pursuing the top spot. I still think there's a ton of awesome matches everybody would love to see. So we'll see. Coach Ray explains it. Not hard to understand, says Travis Newman. Yeah, I just don't fully believe him. It was a bummer, but Devon runs after the first loss to Levan, so it was epic. It's still a good story. Robert Crane says, looks like Devon is heading to train with Brian. You going? I just messaged Brian a couple days ago. I haven't talked to him about going out there recently. I'm trying to help him set up the Shaw Classic right now. So I don't know. I'm down to go out there, but it probably won't. He'll probably just do a single collab with Devon. How about Devon Leratvili? That's pretty long. That's a lot of syllables. Wait. Devon Levan Derritt? Levan knew he couldn't go sideways or he would have lost his wrist because of Devon's grip. He would have lost his wrist, but instead he gave his wrist to conserve energy and finished it with a flop. Dave 3DFX needs to create a new weight class called Titan class. Hey, I'm down. Levan says he trained for the press for this fight and was happy it worked. Hey, maybe it's time for a mega class, 325 pounds and up. Damn. How about Georgi's leg amputation scare? Good that surgery went well. Yeah, I'm happy for him. Hermes probably matched up better against Levan because of his ability to pull with a flopped wrist. Yeah. Hermes is stronger than Devon in other more fundamental ways in arm wrestling. Like, he'll have more side pressure. I guarantee he has more bicep. He probably has more supination. There's probably a lot of ways that Hermes is stronger than Devon, but just not in the most important ways in terms of Devon's style, like in a Devon versus Hermes match. Devon. Oh, the plan's named Devon. Oh, that's pretty good. Derek, I was born May 18th, 1985. Are you older or younger than me? I am younger than you. Levan, the limit, Saganashvili. That's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. Wait, did Michael Todd try doing something like that? Or I am your limit. I am your limit. Was that was his thing he was saying? Travis Newsom, P.S. Derek and Coach Ray made an awesome podcast. Hilarious, informative. Wish it was longer than an hour. I know we kind of ran out of topics. So then we just started talking crap and joking around. True says Water Me, the new plant name. Nope. It's not his new name. Hey, DF, what up? Easy Money should be the new name. Easy Money, the plant. All right, because Chape Dafy's gone. Ooh. Hermes hasn't strained arm strength. He does. Levan is depressed now. Hermes lesser chance of stopping him next time. Devon Leratashvili, happy birthday. And Russell Monroe, what's up? Okay, I caught up with the chat. Okay. We talked about Devon Levan now. Alex Cordecha, Michael Todd, and Frank Lamparelli. What did you guys think about that match? What did you guys think? So, Michael Todd, he won. Congratulations, Mike. Congratulations. It was weird. It was weird to me. It was weird. I'm hyped for Mike winning. I'm happy his comeback match he won. Definitely. It looked different. It looked different. Mike's angles were more open than they used to be. I don't know I haven't talked to him in a while. I don't know what's up with his arm, how it healed up, or if the range of motion is more open now or what. But he was definitely it's like he used to stop here, but that match he was like way out here. So I know he's been training his ass off. So I'm wondering if the surgery somehow he's more open now. I don't know. The angles were weird. They weren't previous Michael Todd angles, which was kind of tripping me out. But Mike is he is down for the dogfight for sure. So just grit and get it done. Sheer get her done attitude. got him the win, which is awesome to see. And I know, Mike's been going through a lot of stuff. And so I know that win meant a lot to him. And so congratulations for sure. Frank Lamparelli is no joke, dude. That dude is a beast as well. I think from what Ray was telling me, like he has no faith, no confidence in himself. I think he should. I think he's an amazing arm wrestler. Oh, how far did I go down? There we go. Oh, Diaz says, true. The key to do good against Levan seems to be pretty well-rounded instead of just thinking you out-topple him by how things look. Brim Tesnin. Derek versus Leonidas next. Oh, crush him. CCB Gaming says he did it for Mama Todd. True. Mike said it was ugly. Oh, he did? Dave Anderson says, it's unlikely you're mature enough for a plant. You need rehabilitation. You guys are rough. Fat Legless Bird says, Monty Michael Todd did his typical BS survive foul and press the guy when his arm is tired, but it looked very sloppy this time. Patrick Murphy, I thought it was an ugly match, meant a lot to Mounts and Michael Todd, but seems to be a pretty lackluster trajectory for him. The Fair Strap says, I was really happy for Michael, meant a lot to him, very emotional. The match was kind of ugly, to be honest. Hand was a little weak still. Patrick Murphy, Mounts and Michael Todd should get an L bracket welded into his elbow. You see your boy Martino translating for Frank. Yes, I did see that. Lohan says, well, Lars looked like a very difficult hurdle after watching Michael versus Frank. Is it Lars is going to flop press, but Mike's arm was opening up as Mike lost his wrist, right? Leverage. So leverage got jacked and things opened up. So if Lars isn't going to attack the hand, then Mike won't lose a lot of leverage, and Lars attacks here. Mike's arm should be able to hold up fairly well. But we'll see how it hangs in there. Let's see. Didn't Michael also win 3-2 in their last match 16 years ago? Oh, I don't know. I didn't know they had a match before. Devon needs to train triceps as well. What triceps? Let's see. Monster Michael Todd seemed like he still can't crack top 10, says Robert Crane. Jesse Hensley. Derek, got any idea who Travs is pulling in July? Ingen said he was yesterday. Ooh, no, I do not know. I've not heard anything. DF says, call the new plant, wax off like Karate Kid. Dang. Jitter says, what are your opinions on Devon training Brian Shaw this summer? After all, you were the guy that helped him with the basics. Do you think he can go far in the sport? Brian is a committed individual. If Brian decides to arm wrestle, he will do nothing but arm wrestle and train nothing but arm wrestling. The problem I see is a couple of things. So working with Devon is going to be fantastic. They've been talking about it forever. I've talked to Devon about it, talked to Brian about it. Devon's like, well, I don't think he's going to like what I'm going to show him. Basically, Devon's going to show him never hold on and just roll, never hold on. I think Brian's going to want a more well-rounded approach. That's going to be a problem. Brian's going to want to wake up in the morning and train in the gym for multiple hours for his sport. He's not going to want to sit around the house, watch TV and stuff, and every 30 minutes go do a 2-rep max. 2-rep max, right? He's going to want to put out videos, killing it, max effort bicep curls, max effort this and that and this and that. And like that's going to be more his style. He's a gym head. He's going to want to put in that heavy work. So I don't know if Devon's training style or approach to arm wrestling will work for Brian and his YouTube channel and how he wants to pursue things. You know what I mean? So that's going to be because I've been thinking about a lot about Brian and his programming and what would be the best for him, best suited for him, and what would help the most. He needs table time. He needs consistent table time. He needs someone that's going to be with him for a while, consistently, like just months of just a couple times a week, even if it's really light, getting on the table and just hammering in form and technique to get – because what you learn first, you learn best. So if right now Brian gets with some guys that don't know what they're doing, he's not going to learn proper form, and that's going to be really hard. Old dogs, new tricks type of thing. So he really needs to have a solid coach technique-wise at the beginning to really set him on the right path, I think, to being able to execute the moves he needs to execute. Now, Brian is a great student, and he's willing to put in all the work. All right, you can't ask for more than that, and he obviously has all the potential in the world. So I think he can do amazing. I think that dedicates his life to arm wrestling right now. Everything pure arm wrestling. 3 years, I think Brian's looking real scary for a lot of people. I think right now, at least the day after I went out and hung out with him and talked to him and showed him stuff, I was still fresh in his mind. Brian goes and wins any amateur tournament in the country and gets top 5 in most local pro events, super heavyweight from jump, right? But it's just going to be learning how to protect yourself and isolate certain muscles and things like that. There's definitely going to be some things that need to be addressed. And Brian hasn't done any kind of isolated training for arm wrestling specifics, right? So definitely going to be a little ways to go, but I think he can definitely do it. Let's see. Okay, if you can go far in the sport, yes. Does Kurdecha versus Levan make more sense than Hermes versus Dennis? Yeah, I think Hermes crushes Dennis. Personally, I think Hermes goes right through Dennis's wrist and it's fast and sideways. This is based off how Dennis looked against Devon. If Dennis has been training and his wrist has gotten a lot stronger and things have changed, he's a different Dennis, then I could be wrong. But the Dennis we saw against Devon, Hermes runs through that way faster, way more dominant than Devon did. If it's that same Dennis. Fairstrap says Lars is open top roll now. Will be a very interesting match. Yeah, he does. But if he wants to play Mike's game, I think Mike is still superior at that. DS730 says it's not a press. It's not that a press will push right through Levan's arm, but that's the most efficient way to tire him out since he won't just top roll through it so easily. It's a light side pressure to try to press through. Taki says, when I watch Monster Michael Todd arm wrestle at these angles again, I'm freaking out of fear of new injury. That's Mike, though. It's always Mike. Been Mike in pre-King's movie. Mike's always arm wrestled very dangerously. Patrick says, if you could have one muscle to be world-class, but the rest be weak in arm wrestling, do you think biceps would be the best choice? Just keeping your hand away from the pad, even if everything else fails. No, we start like this. We start with our wrist like this. So your ability to maintain probably the ability to hammer curl. So maybe your brachialis, if you could have one muscle just be crazy stronger than everybody else's, maybe your brachialis. Yeah. Maybe brachialis. Off the top of my head, brachialis. Justin Bent says it's funny how people say bad things about Michael but will never fill his shoes or challenge him. True. Where have some of y'all been over at Aussie's channel? Is Jake live right now? Jesse Hensley, do you think John would train with Brian? Yeah. John's super nice guy. And John's not a big coach type guy. I'm sure he would, and he'd pull with him and stuff, but John's MO isn't training people, but I'm sure he would just for funsies, but I don't think he would pour a ton into Brian. Russell Monroe says, I got to meet Matt Mask at the Mariners game a couple of weeks ago. Hey, DS730 says, Brian needs to get all the cupping and belt lifts as strong as possible and some table time. A lot of table time. And there's other things he needs to strengthen, like he needs to strengthen his pronation, things that's never been targeted on him. There's a lot of things that haven't been targeted that are arm wrestling specific. You have to get stronger. Derek, are you pulling at Orlando's event? Are matches announced yet? I am pulling on June 15th in Orlando. I have not been booked for the East vs. West in Orlando after that. I was told I was going to be, but I have not been. So I don't know what's going on with that. Derek, when are you having that podcast with Devon and Brian Shaw? I can't wait. I know I mentioned it to Brian again, but I think at this point he's just ignoring me because he messaged me back about other things, and I keep throwing in there, hey, that podcast, and he's just not responding. So he keeps but he'll respond about the other things, but he just never talks about the podcast part, and I keep bringing it up. So I don't know if I should just keep saying it. Just keep trying to annoy him until he says yes. DS730 says, Argabayev has done the best against Levan still to this date. And that's how you'll have to pull to win. Patrick Murphy, we should get John on HGH, Trend, Fountain of Youth, Water, etc., and make him be the one to destroy Levan. That would be epic. John Brzezinski comes back at 60 basically, and beats Levan. Oh my God. Dude. I mean, it wouldn't even it would be insane, but I don't even know. Well, you know what? One of the coolest things about that is that it would take away all debate about if John's the GOAT, because a lot of people are trying to say Devon's the GOAT, yada 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 now, and it would put a final rest to all that ever in any kind of question ever that John is hands down the GOAT, which most people already recognize, but there's a lot of people that argue that. Brian also needs to know what the top numbers in the belt and cupping lifts are and see how close he can get to them. Lohan Topperl says Matt Masters look good at flat pressing Frank, so Mike pressing Frank from the go doesn't prove much, but glad he won. You're still watching Aussie. Oh, everybody's saying hi to Aussie. Or talking about Aussie. Let's see. I Love Drew says, how do you feel about Brad Grundy? Do you think he has a chance against Chance Shaw for number one in Florida? Yeah, right now Chance sucks. Chance is untrained and weak right now. So I think right now if Brad wanted to beat Chance, I think he could right now for sure. What about AW Derek destroying Levan? Yeah, it's probably going to happen in a week or two. That's a ways off, man. That's a ways off to even focus a ton on. But I am focused on moving forward, and that obviously being the final goal, but not staring at that right now at all. Andy Beckett says, I still watch Aussie. Yes, I remember Patreon. I'm not getting involved in politics. Some fell out of wrenches and other stuff. Glad you love me, man, says Drew. Patrick Murphy says, Engen would immediately bust if John beat Levan after round one. CCB Gaming says, John is the clear GOAT, even though Devon is a legend of legends. What is your weight in kilograms right now? I'm 324. I just weighed myself yesterday morning. 324. What's that in kgs? Someone run that. 324. That's where I'm at. 146 kg. There you go. Derek Light. Hey, what changes were you talking with Ray yesterday? The stuff I just mentioned like 20 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. What's your next big arm wrestling goal for the year? I have a match on June 15th against Kyle Hutchinson in Orlando. Honestly, guys, I have a match, prepping for the match, going to go compete in the match. Yeah. My biggest focus right now is my team. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes right now that I'm working towards. A lot of badass ideas to help the sport, to help the community, to help my team, help everybody grow and move forward. And I'm really excited about a lot of stuff. That stuff is really exciting to me. And those are big goals of mine. And to see my team move forward and everybody progress is it's a pretty big deal to me. So that's taking a lot of my focus, to be honest. I'm also probably going to launch personal training again online. The client I took over last time, he stopped. He had to for personal reasons. Love that guy to death. He had to stop, and it's been a while. And I think I'm going to take on a few clients online, but it's still going to be expensive and stuff like that for the amount of time I give somebody. But I think I'm going to launch that pretty soon and take on some more clients. I had a lot of interest last time I announced it, so I think I'm going to do that again. But I'll make official posts and formal posts on that. Okay, let's take a minute. Although we said a ton of matches we didn't talk about, let's take a minute and let's name this plant. All right. Okay, guys. What are we thinking here? What are we thinking? And then we're going to make a poll. I want to see some good names here. I want to see some good names. It used to be Chave Davey. Obviously, that's not Chave. That we can keep that going. Something arm wrestling related, obviously. Tycho Mod, what are we thinking? I like Hod Touchings. Hod Touchings is a good one. I like Hod Touchings. So I'll probably put that in the poll, right? We'll be good number for Brian to do shit on cupping with a rolling D handle. It just depends on the handle and the weight and how, if it's a pulley system. There's a lot of things, man. Can you coach me for gaming? Says Patrick Murphy. Probably. Are you going to visit Larry's gym in Claremont? Yes. Bobby Bonsai, says Drew. Oh, Bobby Bonsai. That's a cool name. That's a cool name. Come on, guys. I need some help here. I need some help. Be active. Active in the chat, please. What if you swap around the letters of Chave Davey and name this one Dave Chafee? That would be that. You know what? That might be it. That might be it. Cosmic Touch, says DF. Travis Bajent. Bravis Tagent? No, that sounds weird. Ingen Fernsey. Hey, Ingen Fernsey. That's not bad. That's not bad, Spacey. Hot Touchings is fire. Even Alexander. Okay. There's some good ones in here. Here's some good ones in here. Let's put the poll. Okay, so Hot Touchings. Engen Fernsey. What were some of the other ones? Bobby Bonsai. Oh, wait, can I only have 4 options? Oh, I can only have 4. And let's pick one. Oh, Lohan. That's good. Mindaugus Triacitus. That's Bart Wood. Not enough people would know who that is. The new people don't know who Bart is, though. Only people that have been watching since WAL. But that is really good. That is really good. Okay. Wait, I'll put Bart Wood in there just in case. Okay. Bart Wood. Start poll. Here we go, you guys. This is important. I need everybody to vote. Here we go. Poll is up. Oh, let's see. You got some good ones in here. These are good. Ingen Fernsey is pretty good. Oh, I misspelled Bobby Bonsai. My bad. It was supposed to be Bobby Bonsai, not Bob U. My bad. Hod Touchings is hilarious. Oh, Bart Wood and Engen Fernsey going back and forth. Bart Wood taking the lead. Engen will be mad. No, Engen won't be mad. I'll explain it to him. Engen's my boy. He'll understand. I'm not talking crap. Oh, dude, neck and neck tie. Bart Wood and Engen Fernsey. Bart Wood better be closer first. Y'all suck. Bart Wood is the greatest. It's a good one. It's a really good one. All right. It is 5:11. I'll keep the poll up until 5:20. Oh, focus. I'll keep it up for 9 minutes. 9 minutes, that poll stays up until we see who's the winner, I think. Oh, canalization gamer, canalization rat. Dead plant trying to continue photosynthesize, says Dave. Dave, stop being such a hater, man. Drew says, breaking news, Derek Smith, man. Nah, Engen's my boy. I would never disrespect Engen. That's my buddy. It's my guy. See, M. Norcus says Engen Fernsey. No, Fernsey. Fern. But Bart Wood is hilarious. I like Todd Touchings a lot, although it has nothing to do with the plant. But, I don't know, Touchings is kind of funny. Make it Barkwood? No, Drew, come on. You're making it corny. No, Bart Wood is just fine as it is. Okay, so let's get back into some arm wrestling while the poll is taking off. We have 68 people in here, 37 votes. Come on, guys. We got like half the people voted-ish. You guys. Want to take a second. Moderators, DF, any of the moderators, please plug the EvW Switch while you guys are in there. If you guys want to buy hats, shirts, stickers, things of the like, use discount code EvW Derek. Get yourself, this shirt's in there. What is this hat? What hat do I have on? Yep, this hat's in there. All the stuff. Yeah, go check that out. You guys get yourself some merch. And then I also have a link tree with all the links to all the sponsors and discount code EvW Derek and everything. All right, so another match. I told you guys about this match, and people wanted to argue with me. Alijan Muratov versus Hermes Gasparini left-handed. What are we doing? Derek said, Alijan is way too much. He's going to run through Hermes. And the people looked at me like I was crazy. Paul Lynn was like, I don't know. I'm like, what? Why? Where's people thinking that Hermes left-handed is at the level of Alijan? Alijan is like top 3 in the world. That was a trip to me that people were giving me a lot of crap about that. Alijan executed, dude's amazing. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, let's see. Touching the Levan bread. Yes, that's how you pronounce his name. What? Hermes needs to escape. Needed to escape the hook, but couldn't. Yeah, not many people can. Alijan is an absolute unit. I do want to see Alijan versus Machchenko. I think that, although Alijan, I think, is the favorite right now. He's just on fire. Now, Machchenko, legend left-handed, but he hasn't beaten anybody left-handed that I didn't fully expect him to beat or that it was shocking, I guess is the best way to put it. So he's amazing. I would like to see him have an exciting match against a top left-handed guy who's on fire right now. It's like Machchenko is just like this left-handed, but like at a high level, obviously. But like Alijan's been like bam, 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 bam. And so I feel like, where are they at? Alijan already passed where Machchenko's like normal level is, or so that's a match I'd like to see. I'd really like to see that match. What do you guys think? Any bets in the crowd right now for Alijan versus Machchenko left-handed? What do you guys think? Who wins that? And it's going to be in a hook, right? Alijan's down to hook, and Machchenko's definitely down to hook. What do you guys think? Although traditionally, Ivan has the most trouble with dedicated hook pullers left-handed. Him and Georgie, Zarenov. Zarenov traditionally used to beat the brakes off Machchenko left-handed in the hook at WAF finals for I think a couple years in a row, if I'm correct. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, how you normally say Oh, I got you. Aljon versus Prime Zog would have been a banger. Oh, true. Everybody's saying Aljon wins. Do you think Levan will train and pull? Train and pull. Dude, I'm getting messages. It's blocking my thing. Train and pull left hand next year. That would be interesting. Levan, great. He's setting the hook, very strong, but not superhuman when he actually gets there. Aljon wins for sure. That's that. You know what, Mac? That's true. I think that explains it pretty well. Yvonne is really good at sinking in the hook. Like he can sink in the hook, against anybody. But when he gets there, he's super strong, but not like inhuman. I guess that's true. Aljon wins for sure. Lohan Top Roll says, I believe only Vitali can beat Aljon until Levan makes a comeback. Wait, you don't think Morozov beats Aljon? You don't think Morozov beats Aljon left-handed? Huh. Hey, the poll, Ingen Fernsey is in first place. And climbing. 47 votes, 64 people. Pretty excited. Pretty excited about that. All right. What are we at? Oh, we have 3 more minutes on the poll, guys. 3 more minutes on the poll to name the plant. Let's see. Muratov. According to Ingen, Morozov said he wanted nothing to do with Aljon's left. That doesn't surprise me. I wouldn't want anything to do with that either. I think it's crazy. All right, let's hop into another match. Leonidas and Schoolboy? What? Yeah, definitely, like Ray said, definitely the biggest shocker of the card, for sure. That was what? I was way wrong. And everybody that predicted that match were way wrong. Schoolboy, arm wrestling for X amount of years, Russian, tall, top roller, wins tournaments internationally, badass. Leonidas, bodybuilder guy, not any huge major wins under his belt, arm wrestling for a couple years. What? Like, I don't. That's like I'm not saying that's who. Like, obviously, the match Leonidas won 3-0, but I'm saying that that's how everybody saw the match. So it was supposed to be like lopsided. Like Schoolboy was supposed to destroy him. Tall Russian arm wrestler? No way, right? Like wild. And Schoolboy's rushing that crap so hard, blowing himself up in the setup in round 2. What a mess. I was guessing Leo would gas School Bus out due to him losing his hand. Khalid figured this would be the same. Kind of expected Schoolboy to lose after he lost to Khalid. Seemed likely. Leonidas is rapidly improving. You should have a match versus him. I agree. We can run that right-handed any day of the week. Left-handed, I don't have a ton of faith in my left. I mean, I'll do it, but he has a way better chance left-handed. Right-handed, I'll crush him. I'll crush Leonidas right-handed. Shmo says Kurdecha waxes Muratov left-handed. Morozov struggles but wins. Ooh, Kurdecha and Aljon, that would be crazy. Ferris Strap says, Ingen Thursday is a bad omen. Shave Davey died and Dave went down in the rankings. Not good for Roy Baker says Schoolboy needs a win. Set up Beerman. I put in all the vids for the match too. Drew says Leonidas shocked the world for sure. Makes you wonder how strong Larry is then. Oh, Larry's super strong. Yeah, I don't know. He's pretty light right now. He's bodybuilding. I haven't pulled with Larry in a while, but prior to that, Larry is very strong. That's why it tripped me out because I pulled with Leonidas, and then like a couple of weeks later, I pulled with Larry, and like that Larry I felt that day would have beat Leonidas, and so that's what really tripped me out that Leonidas beat him. Like it wasn't computing. Future Derek lost to Leo too. No, Drew. How strong is Ryan Bowen? Ryan's actually pretty strong. Schoolboy versus Beerman. 1 round arm wrestling, 1 round jello wrestling. All right. 520, you guys. The winner and champion of naming the plant. We are going with Engen Fernsey. I'm going to definitely have to message Engen and tell him the gist of it so he doesn't take it negatively. You know what? I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to do this right now live. I'm sending him a voice message right in front of you guys. All right, here we go. I'm sending Engen a voice message. Engen, my friend, just wanted to let you know I have a plant. I don't know if you've ever seen any of my live streams, but I have a plant behind me. And when I stream and people do donations and things like that, I put their super chat on a chalkboard underneath the plant. Now, I named my last plant was Chave Dafy, after Dave Chafee, kind of on that. So I just held a poll asking people to name my new plant. People are putting up some pretty funny names, some pretty cool names, and someone said Engen Fernsey, like fern, like the plant, And then I had everybody vote on it, and Engen Fernsey won first place. So my plant will be called Engen Fernsey behind me on my TV show. No disrespect. It's just a name, like Tersey, Fernsey, Fern. Hopefully don't take any offense to it. If you do, let me know. And I just wanted to give you a heads up. All right. See you. There we go. Had to let him know. Because God forbid somebody here runs to Engen and is like, dude, talking shit, making fun of you. Like, God forbid. He has to get it. Engen's my buddy. Oh, yeah, Engen was a florist. There we go. Okay. All right, that's the end of the poll, you guys. Engen Fernsey wins it. Now, not to sell out to the man, but who's going to be the first super chat in front of the newly crowned Engen Fernsey? Because he's just hanging out there. Now he is now dubbed the Engen Fernsey. Engen Fernsey, enemy of the sport. How strong is Ryan Bowen? Tree, you just got exiled. They're explaining Engen's so funny. Tree with Engen's temper, it would start producing CO2 instead of oxygen. Derek just got dispelled for East vs. West. Don Underwood. Okay. Matches. Where were we at? Okay. Let's talk about. Rockley just ran through Sasha. Do we need to talk about that? That's insane. Sasha has been spending. I don't know how many years has Sasha been putting the brakes on everybody that tries to low hand top roll. Everybody knows Sasha hooks. Everybody armors Sasha tries a low hand top roll unless they think they're the man in the hook, and all he does is crush that. And so, I mean, it's just wild that with the low hand top roll, Iraqi was able to run through Sasha like that. That's nuts. That's nuts. No one does that. No one does that to Sasha. Travis Newsom. Travis Newsom, $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the love. He is the first man to be hanging out with the newly crowned Engen Fernsey. T New with the $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Appreciate the love and the support. He says, I chose Bartwood. That was a good one. It was a really good one, and I'm glad it came in second place. Top 2 finisher. Still a strong choice. Don Thunderwood says Spacey. Joe Nelson, legit. How did Iraqli do that? Shocked. Yeah, that was insane. Drew says, Derek wondering why he's getting this channel shut down to a bunch of crazy claims. Patrick Murphy says, who's the most handsome, famous arm wrestler in your opinion? Handsome, famous arm wrestler? Oh, no Diddy. Who's the best looking arm wrestler? If all the famous arm wrestlers walk into a club, which arm wrestler is probably getting the most chicks, most attention? Rockley probably pulls a bunch of chicks. Or we're talking about super heavyweights. I feel like Morzov could. Maybe. Is he too scary for girls? I don't know. He's jacked, though. Got like a six-pack. You said handsome, though. I don't know. What do you guys think? Prudnick might be able to. I don't know. Travis says, we appreciate you, big guy. No, I appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Yeah, Iraqli and Prudnick getting half the room. Easy, says Drew. Brzezinski was a hottie in his day. Morzov too scary, says Patrick. I mean, he is a Terminator. And he's big. He's way bigger in person than you guys think. Like, when you see pictures and videos, until you're there, you're like, ooh, he's big. It's a big dude. Same thing with Saunders. I feel like nobody talks about how big Saunders is. When you're next to Saunders, you're like, dude, that's a big dude. He is tall. Alex Retcher probably gets a lot of attention. Maybe. Jeff Day pulls the most chicks, says John Boy. I ain't blank, so I'm going with Sarah Bachman being handsome. Morozov is handsome face, though. Kardashian could carry women on his shoulders. She's not famous, but have y'all ever seen Grace Bear? Kardashian, Adrian Martin says he posts mostly pics of his car, not weights. His IG for the girls. Prudnick, Saunders the same height as Devon. No, yeah, he should be around the same height. Try to steal your girl. Forgot about that. Prudnick, babyface Ray. Bridget says me. Good answer, Bridget. Good answer. There she is in the chat. Patrick Murphy says Rocky's very handsome. I'm jealous of his insane bicep insertions. Roy, what's up? Yeah. Who was it? Oh, it was Prudnick and what's his name that tore his bicep or no broke his arm from Georgia. Oh my god, brain fart. Giga Chad. That's the one that the other one that hit on Bridget. What's his name? Oh my gosh. I can't remember his name. The big biceps, the hooks. I don't know. I'm having a brain fart right now. Patrick Murphy. Now, who's the worst looking arm wrestling? Oh yeah, Zarab. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, Zarab. That was the other one that hit on Bridget. Now, who's the worst looking arm wrestling? Throw some shade. Damn. Now, if I start throwing names out there, I want to say this knowing and thinking I'm not the best looking dude, right? So it takes one to know one. We walk into a room, all the famous arm wrestlers. Who's pulling the least amount of girls? And you said handsome. We're talking about. I feel bad. I don't think I can name anybody. I'm pretty to the point, but I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can sit there and call a bunch of people ugly. I don't. Me. I'm the ugliest. I would. Assuming I was single, I would pull the least amount of girls. We'll say me. Someone said Brandon Allen. You guys are cold. Zaredov is a scary man. Zaur. Who's the Iranian dude? You pulled him and Zaur, the two ugly. You guys are cold. Georgie's ugly, but bet he's got the Riz. Lift on. You have names in mind. The worst. Bowen. Dang, you guys are rough. Chat is rough out here. Rough. Yeah, I can't get involved in it. I definitely can't. I can't. Oh, you know what? Other guys probably pretty good looking. Probably get a lot of girls. Mike Aiello. Someone said Mike. I don't know if you're talking about that. Mike Aiello probably does. And my teammate, Arm Wrestling Whisperer. I know that he can because a long time ago he used to show me he got a ton of girls in his DMs. Like just not arm wrestling girls, but just random girls that watch his stuff. Like I know my boy was getting a lot of attention back in the day. This is like a couple years ago. But yeah, so I know Arm Wrestling Whisperer gets a ton of DMs from random like people, girls that watch on his Facebook and things like that. But he's a married man. Ladies, back off, and he's having a kid. All right. I'll say Mike as in text Prana. Aiello gets all the snookies. Being Whisper. Slay with our flowing locks is Spacey. All right. So there we go. In terms of looks, there's your answers. What other matches? I mean, there's a lot of other ones, but not a ton I want to talk about, really. Samusha match was crazy against Nurgillette. That's who he pulled, right? That match was wild. That was back and forth. That was a crazy match. This is a real arm wrestling chap. Says never stop pulling. Fame success makes everyone attractive to women, says Roy. Sarah would destroy Ekaterina. Patrick Murphy. Devin can fit both categories at different times. That's a good one. That's true. That's true. Sarah weighs over 180. They're not in the same weight class. Sarah does not weigh over 180, does she? She has a lot of muscle on her. Does she really weigh over 180? Because it's definitely not fat. So she have that much muscle? No. Does she? That's rough. I don't believe that. There's no way Sarah weighs over 180. Dang, I don't not understand weight in women. When it comes to females, I don't get it. I can never guess a female's weight If Sarah weighs over 180, that's wild to me. Wouldn't have never guessed that. Let's see. No way she's over 180. Says never stop pulling. Spacey says Sarah thick, triple C. Yeah, I remember Sarah being heavier than I was at one time. I never met her, but she lives in Florida and would smash me easy. Smooshia, Nerdlet, incredible. My favorite match I've seen since watching arm wrestling. Really? Oh, one of my favorite matches was last East vs. West with was it East vs. West or was that King of the Table? Anyway, Kardeccia and Morozov. Oh, left-handed. That match was badass. I love that match. But I'm partial to super heavyweight arm wrestling for sure. But also, Mindaugas versus Archer was a crazy match too. I mean, I guess it was crazy what happened and the way it happened. I guess it wasn't the most back and forth, but like I didn't expect it to go down that way. Justin Bent with $2 super chat. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the support. Hey, Derek, what happened to Gabe, bro? Last I heard, Gabe was in Australia. I don't know what he's doing. I haven't talked to him in a while. Last I heard, he was out there, so I'm not sure how it's going. But last I heard, he was chilling in Australia. Gabe, if you're in here, say something. Say something to the people. Patrick Murphy has Bridget tried arm wrestling. Yes, she's actually super strong. At her first couple practices, she was beating women that had been arm wrestling forever. She played softball through high school and stuff like that, and sports her entire life. You should see Bridget throw a football. I wonder if there's a clip somewhere on the internet of Bridget throwing a football. When she throws a football, she's been to like 2 tournaments for some reason, or the people there was a football there. I don't know how it got there, and people would come tap me on the shoulder and be like, "Is that your girlfriend?" And she's out there like she throws a football more better than I do, and more like a dude than I do. She just it's perfect spiral. Like I don't know where she learned how to play football, but it's wild. It's scary. It's perfect form. She looks like quarterback. Like go, and she's like back. Just it's crazy. It's crazy. So, but yeah. So she's actually really, really strong, and if she wanted to arm wrestle, she'd be as good as she wanted to be. I fully believe that. But it's cool. It's my thing. She can leave it as my thing. Frode Haugland has to fight them off. Oh, yeah, Frode. He probably has Frode. I love that name. Do you have any updates on Jordy's foot by chance? The chat was saying he's not getting it amputated. That's what the chat's saying. Big Derek says Bridget's stronger than me. How long would it take for Brian Shaw to get in top 10? Minimum 3, I think, years, in my opinion. Someone must have had a brother growing up. Yeah, she did. She does have a brother. She does have a brother. Not did. Does. Dong Morningwood says, man, I have horrible diarrhea. Get that fixed, man. Justin Bennett, the Iron Angel, I meant to say, what happened to her? Huh? Iron Angel. Gabriella? Is that what he meant? Patrick, they should allow kicking on the table for arm wrestling. It would make it more entertaining. It's true. Derek, who are you eyeing for your next match? My next match is already set against Kyle Hutchinson June 15th. If Georgi got an iron foot, would have been legendary, though, or a lemon foot. Gabriella says, Justin, yes. I know she's hosting tournaments down south in Brazil. I don't know what she's doing in terms of arm wrestling or what her next match is, but just being a badass down in Brazil. She messaged me a while ago to help her promote her event for East vs. West qualifier. That was last I talked to Gabby. What is the obsession with Brian Shaw over current, younger, and more active elite strongmen? Brian has cemented that he's one of the strongest men in history. He's also known for his grip and for being one of, like, when I say strongest man, I mean at like peak levels of strength. So some of the other strong men are more athletic. They can move with weights. Ryan, in terms of just raw, like static strength, is known for one of the top guys, big hand, grip strength, and he's really into grip and things like that. So, and they know he retired from arm wrestling. So that's probably why he's brought up the most. And mostly he's North American's champion or, top guy. And so North America is pretty well represented in pop culture and on YouTube. So that's why most people, that's their go-to. Just met. What do you mean? What happened to her? Nothing happened to her. She's still training and doing arm wrestling stuff. I don't think anything bad happened to her. Ingan mentioned his event sold 40% more pay-per-view than the last event. Awesome. 40% more than the Devon Dennis East vs. West 10, not last event East vs. West. Oh, says Roy. Okay, gotcha. Let's see. Drew says, just heard from Gabby in a live podcast a couple days ago, and for females in arm wrestling, everyone should check it out. Sub the Lucky Ones podcast. It's a new podcast. Fairstrap says, you know what? I would like to see Mark Felix and try arm wrestling. That would be something. True. He just supposedly has a big hand and one of the strongest grips. But how's everything else? It's Brian effing Shaw. He's like the strongest man in America. I would post a YouTube channel. Maybe a certain sexy Bridget can. Oh, first off, you can just say Bridget. You don't got to call her sexy, Drew. So chill. Any moderators in the chat, you guys can post a link to that channel that Drew was talking about. I would appreciate it. Oh, I have a question. Oh, Devin just liked my. I have a question. Does anybody in here know how to develop an app or build an app? And the reason I'm asking you guys specifically is because I have an idea for an app, and I'd love to talk to someone about it. It's not a money-making app. It's something for arm wrestling that would help out the community. And if you do, message me. I'd love to talk to you about some ideas I have that I think could be super awesome. Super awesome. Let me know. Message me on something, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, something, and let's talk. Yeah, I'm about it. It needs to be someone that's a fan of arm wrestling that knows how to build an app. That's what I need. Someone that's a fan of arm wrestling and knows how to build an app. That's what I'm looking for. Andre, as you mentioned, you fall asleep during East vs. West. I throw watch parties with my team, drinks and food. With your team, I would think you would have one. Andre, yes, I work until about 3 or 4 in the morning. Go to sleep by 5:30 in the morning. And the East vs. West starts at 10. So I get like 4.5 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep before East vs. West starts. So I'm dead tired. So I wake up in bed, I set an alarm, and I turn on my TV, and then I'll sometimes hop in Discord so I can talk to people while we're watching it together. And that's like I don't stream it, but while we talk. And so hosting a party or going to a party, especially when I have to work that night as well. It's always on a Saturday, and I have to work Saturday night, and I work Friday night. So I like sleep whenever I can. The moment it's done, I go back to sleep. Like it's balancing sleep and time, which is why I don't host watch parties or go to watch parties. Plus, also watch parties, it's only one person paying for it and a lot of people watching it. So Roy says, how long do you think a strongman like Brian can get? How long do you think a strongman like Brian can get to the table skills of someone like Levan? Of course, Levan has many years behind him in arm wrestling. It depends on how much time he puts into it. I mean, if he, like I said, fully dedicates himself to it, it could be a few years. Like I think 3 years is solid enough. Not only knowing how to do the things, but also being comfortable doing things and executing things. I'm assuming you've spoken with Armbet. About the app thing, no. I've been talking to Devin about other things. We talked today on the phone, but not about the app idea. Derek, just make AI make it for you. Is that a thing? Make an Armbets app that punishes people for refusing my challenges. Drew says Julius Maddox is current world record holder of bench press at 782 pounds and 6'4", weighing 434 and 70 pounds. Imagine him specializing in shoulder pressing. I met Julius 5 months ago at a party. We talked for a while. I was drunk. And drunk Derek he added me on. I woke up and Julius Maddox was following me on Instagram, and I was like, oh, what? But I was telling him I want to shoot some content and do some arm wrestling stuff with him. I need to reach back out to him and see what's what. I know he was kind of down that night. He was like, yeah, man, we can set something up. But, I need to set that up. Julius so wide, there's no way he's getting into press. Powerlifters are blank. I eat Maddox for breakfast. Damn. Well, there might be some leftovers. He's pretty big. It's a spacey. Joe Nelson messaged me about the app. Thank you, sir. Captain Obvious, what do you think? Mega Mike versus Wayne Withers, knuckles up. Mega Mike is my boy. It's my teammate. I named him Mega Mike. I coined that term. Wayne Withers is a big dude with a long arm and a very big hand, and he goes knuckles up and he posts back really, really hard. Mike is traditionally a hook puller, and Mike makes heavyweight. He can make 242s. Wayne ain't making no 242s. So it's a different weight class, and stylistically, it's a bad matchup for Mike. Stylistically, I'm interested to see it. Obviously, I'm cheering for my boy Mike. I want Mike to win. He called me when he got offered the match. I said, man, that guy, of all the people you can arm wrestle, that's the one they want you to arm wrestle, the one that posts and is like straight top, all top roll. Oh, anybody else? I'd rather have him pull Pavlo or someone or Marcio Barbosa. I don't know. And somebody. But I'm cheering for Mike, but I know he's going to have his work cut out for him for sure. So let's go, Mike. Juice Max and Derek are cool. I withdraw my criticism. Thanks, Spacey. Derek, thanks for always taking time out to speak to us on your podcast, bro. Nope, Justin, no problem. I am not anything above that. I'm not famous or anything weird like that. Mega Mike is a great name, good one. Yeah, I stayed up till 4:30 smoking pork butt, and then got up at 7:30 ready for the party. If there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, you have the will for it, and so you found a way. Attaboy. You called the Aljon Hermes match verbatim, by the way. What is he, top 2, top 1? I think he's like top 3. I don't know. There might be some question marks in there, but he's definitely up there for sure, top 3 in my opinion. What's up, Big D? What's up, Dan John? Deep says, what's your dream match from anyone in their prime? Ooh, dream match. I love to see. Okay. How do I word this? Prime versatility Devon, right? Prime versatile Devon. So like Devon versus Michael Todd, Arm Wars. Around that time. Devon at the other Arm Wars where he's on the balcony and he pulls Richard Lupke. That Devon. I'm not saying that this Devon doesn't beat that one. I'm saying I would love to see that Devon. So prime versatility Devon, where he could do the most. He was hooking deep in there, traditional top roll. He was across the table and strong chest, strong bicep, all the things that he had. That Devon. Now I'm not saying that beats the current one, right? But that Devon versus prime Alexei Vovoda. I'd really like to see that. That would just be a cool match to watch. That would be a cool match to watch. Prime Travis versus Dennis Left. Oh. Versus Prime Dennis, right? Not current Dennis. Does anybody think that match sounds cool, though? That Devon versus what's it called? My memory is going out, dude. Prime Vovoda. I think that'd be cool. No, nobody, no takers. I'm alone in this one. All right, that's fine. I'd watch it for show. I know, DF, you'd watch all of them. DF, can you plug the AW Switch in here and any YouTube channels that are in here as well, please? Murtaugh versus Kadesha, Left, good match. Ooh. I think Kadesha beats him. See, that's one of the things that puts him top 3. So I think it's Morzov, Kadesha, and then Muratov. That's my order, top 3 lefty. And then Dadakian left-handed. I think, off the top of my head. Although we don't know where Levan's at. I have no idea. Sorry, Derek, were you talking? Says Drew. It's cool, Derek. Sounds good to me. I'd like to see Dennis Levan Prime. Basically 2011 Devon versus 2005 Vovoda. I just think that would be really cool. I think Vitali's the best lefty. Just can't see more. Oh, yeah, Vitali's up there too. I didn't think about Vitali. I think Vitali might beat Aljon. With Aljon hooking and Vitali being so tall. Okay, I'll put Vitali above Aljon. So Vitali and Kadesha, I don't know. Toss up in my mind. So it's and I think it's not fair to give Vitaly number 1 spot over Morozov. So Morozov, Vitaly Kardashev tie for second, third, and then Alajon fourth, Dadikian fifth in my brain. I've been watching Devon for the last 2 years. How's it possible his arm size measurements didn't increase from Hermes match to Levan measurements stay the same even though he increased the pancakes? I don't know. Drew said, DF sharing the awswitch.com. Thank you, guys. Thank you, DF, for sharing that. You guys get yourself hats, shirts, stickers, and things like that. I honestly think the 290-plus pound Devon pulled Michael Todd at King of the Table 1, maybe the strongest Devon. That was a scary Devon for sure. What about Vitaly? I have to go with Vidali over Katecha. Yeah. You guys are right. Sorry. Didn't think about Vitaly. There's no way 260-pound Devon beats 295-pound Devon. But they were different weight in different areas, you know? I don't know. Anyone want me to plug a certain channel? DF's asking. Anybody has a YouTube channel, put a little high five, a little wavy emoji in the chat so DF can plug your channel. I think Allison wins, says Iowa Free Press. Allison who? Let's see. I think it's time for Derek to increase pancake load and defeat Levan. You guys want me to die that early? Dang, no love. We all know Vitaly is number 1. No one wants to pull him. Both Morozov and Ivan refuse to pull him current. Ooh. All right. Devon at 115 kg would be difficult to beat. Prudnik and Klinchenko are contenders. Klinchenko? You think so? You think he's a contender for Devon? I don't see it personally. Nothing against Klinchenko. Derek at 115, time to water cut. Oh boy. Hey, I'll tell you guys this. At some point, I want to make heavyweight. This has been the plan for a long time. Big and strong as I could possibly get. At one point when I finally realized, okay, I'm not willing to get bigger or stronger or do what it takes to get that big or maintain this, then down to healthy weight, which in my brain is like 260, 255. But I could make a cut to 242. At some point, you will see that version of Derek. Prep yourself. At some point, you will see light Derek. Playing basketball a little bit, running. Ooh, I miss being athletic. So prep yourself for that. Why does this ear look like it's sticking out more than the other one? What is? Prep yourself. I think Dedican has a real chance at 115 with Devon. Hey, DF, can you share the SoCal Armfest page 2? I sent you the link in Discord. There you go. Derek makes 115 kg. If he doesn't eat for a couple months, maybe. Roy says, Angus said Devon has a match in July, East vs. West 13, defending the 115. If you didn't give clues on who his opponent is, who's your guess? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it is Dedican. That would be awesome. All right, guys. I'm running out of time. I need to leave here to make it to practice. I got to get the daughter and scram out of here. I need to be at practice at 6:30, so I need to get a jump on it. Does anybody have any other questions or anything you want to throw at me right now? If you were just waiting to toss some big question my way or some giant super chat, let me know right now before we go. Anybody have anything for? I hate when I'll shut down the stream and I'll watch it for like another minute, and then people will say stuff and then I missed, and I'll be like, oh crap, I missed that. I want this. So either way, next Wednesday back at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be on here. Yeah, I'm. You know what? Okay, we'll talk about next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I tell you about the app idea. Mark me on that. All right, guys. When are you coming back? Smack that mask. I need to. Although I don't really want to chase a heavyweight, but I do need to get my respect back. I don't know. I'm going to think about that one. Nobody loves women more than DF Drew. Thanks, Eric Spacey. Do you think Devon targets weak areas and what trained Brian on less fundamental strength because Devon's fundamentals are so high? Fundamentals? Bicep, chest, shoulder. Those are very high on Devon? Or very specialized, away from the fundamentals? Would like to review footage of us amateurs guys sometimes if we sent you clips to review. Yes, to an extent. As long as it's not going to take me hours. But yeah, if it's like simple things, then yeah, feel free to message me. Derek, emaciated Smith coming up next. All right. You guys say bye to Engen Fernsey making his debut. Engen Fernsey hanging out. All right. I love you guys to death. Be safe. Keep love arm wrestling. Be strong. Be great. All the things that people say. And if you guys need anything, I'm always available. Message me. Thank you so much for your love and support. As always, I'm undeserving. And I'll talk to you guys next week. All right. See you.